Hi everyone, it's Jasmine Jones, and I will be sharing my infographic with you all and jumping into our discussion questions. So, our first question was to tell why I chose the data, what data I included and why I decided to choose the data that I chose and what data was eliminated. So I decided to share data regarding the schools in the area, how many schools we actually have, middle, elementary, middle, and high, as well as the alternative and the early college. I also included the student enrollment, dropout rate, graduation rate, students that are in AVID, which is advancement via individual determination, the number of schools that met growth, um, the amount of pre-K students that were enrolled in the district, the amount of students with disabilities, and the amount of academically, intellectually gifted students. I thought all that information was very important, especially to new families, just in case they may have a child that is in preschool, or have a child with disabilities, or have a gifted child. I think they need to know that we support all students and all families. I also included the amount of staff members that we have, whether certified or national board, amount of school buses, just in case a child may have to ride a school bus, the amount of breakfast that we serve daily, the amount of lunches, the number of technology devices, because we are a one-to-one district. I thought that was very important so that they can know that their child will be receiving some sort of technology. Now, in regards to the school that I actually teach at, I included the amount of students that are enrolled, the amount of pre-K classes because I am at a preschool through fifth grade school, the number of white students, the number of African Americans, the number of Hispanics, and the number of students with disabilities as well. I also included the notion that we are a Total One school so that all students will receive free breakfast and lunch. In regards to the community, if they are moving to the community, the data that I included, the amount of people that are in Elizabeth City, I also included the population in households, the population in families, the total number of households, the median household income, whether or not you are a homeowner or a renter, and then the average cost to purchase a home in the area. I included all of that data. Now, some data that I did eliminate that I thought was maybe not really and was important in regards to certain areas, but for a family moving to the area or learning about the community, I didn't think that they would need to know any type of test score data from the different schools, or if they were going to be attending the school where I teach it. I did not include any of that, like EOG data, M-class testing data, or whether or not the school met growth itself. I did not include that because I just felt as if that information for a parent to see would have been a bit more overwhelming, and it may needed to be explained more, and you really cannot explain that on just an infographic. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to eliminate that on my infographic. The second question is, explain why this infographic would be helpful to parents. I think it would be very helpful because it not only talks about the school district and the school, I also included information of the community, the area of Elizabeth City. We have a Coast Guard base, we have a university. So if you are new to the area or you're trying to learn about the area, you will have plenty of options. I also included the city manager information just in case you needed to know or how to get in contact with somebody. or the different offices in regards to the city manager. Because I mean, all this information is good to know, especially if you are moving to the area. We do have a Coast Guard base, so Coast Guard families need that support. They need to know who they can get in contact with. They might want to go back to school. They need to know that we have a university. So I thought all of this information that I included would be helpful, especially to someone that was new to the area and they needed to know more about Elizabeth City. And then my final question was, after showing 3 non-teachers, parents, what information did they find most helpful, and what information did they find a little confusing? Well, when I spoke to 2 of the parents, the first thing they said, wow, the population is just 18,000. So I had to explain to them that this was just based off some data that I found. And I included the website, Hometown Locator. So they was kind of shocked that it was just 18,000, but I thought that was pretty average. I mean, for Elizabeth City. So that was the biggest questions from 2 of the parents that I showed this to. And they also liked how I included like what we're known for. We're known for Elizabeth City State University and the Coast Guard base. So they found that was very helpful to include that. And they also thought it was a little confusing with the graduation rate, the dropout rate. Why did I have to include that? But again, I think that was very helpful for all families to know what is going on in our area and with our local schools, and how we are trying to reach all students, no matter what happens. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoy my infographic. Thank you.